Pranesh has more details for us on this. We've also, of course, accessed the sale deed. And Pranesh, if you could just take our viewers through that to describe how the modus operandi actually functioned with respect to the acquisition of these properties.
It's truly a super exclusive that Tamal has managed to get for us. These documents, no other channel has this so far. Times Now has the sale deed, the document where it is put in black and white. And let's go one by one. Here I have point number 12.1, the net price of the property that Tamal was just referring to. Let me just read it out aloud, and if we can zoom in here. Govind, the total consideration for sale of said flat, and look at the amount, 21,38,500. And if you add the 2 lakh rupees for the car parking space, 21 lakh plus 2 lakhs, 38,000 comes to 23 lakh 38,000. This is what Tamal was referring to. Let's go to page number 31 and let me quickly read this, and then Tamal can throw more light on it. On page number 31, what we have is something that Partha Chatterjee and Arpita will have to explain. Here it is, mode of payment. Here it is, mode of payment, total consideration for said property. Look at the amount here. And let me circle this part for our viewers. 23 lakhs 38,500. On or before agreement, 7 lakh 38,500. Within 5 days from date of this present agreement, 11 lakhs. Within 90 days from the date of agreement, 3 lakhs. And then on possession, registration, you add 2 lakh more. The grand total here is the same amount that I read out in page number 15. It comes to 23 lakhs 38,500, Siddharth.
Right, Pranesh, you've taken us through the sale deed. Let me once again go back to Tamal, who of course has something more to say on this, because Tamal, Pranesh has taken us through the sale deed and how this particular property was negotiated well below the market price, and what was eventually paid through those 2 checks by Arpita Mukherjee allegedly was even a more minuscule amount compared to the actual market price. If you could just shed more details on that particular acquisition.
Well, that's right. Point number 1, this property was bought after demonetization. Point number 2, the actual value of this property is more than 41 lakhs. Point number 3, was it actually given the same amount? Answer is no. They bought at an undervalued rate of 23 lakhs 38,500 rupees. However, out of the total amount, look how much was paid in white. This is all white and black. Look here, check number 445791, dated 29/11/2016, State Bank of India, Koshipur, Damdam. Right. The amount was 2 lakh rupees. And on 20th of December 2016, Axis Bank check, the remaining amount was 5,38,500 rupees, which means 7,38,500 rupees was actually paid through checks. What happened to the remaining balance of the undervalued amount of the property? Well, the ED sources are saying that there lies the catch, that first you go for an undervalued property, second right, you pay part of the amount agreed upon in check, and the remaining balance, which is about 90% of the remaining balance, you pay through cash. Where did this cash come from? The ED sources are saying they're suspecting it's the same kind of a cash they have recovered from these houses, which are nothing but proceeds of crime. They have accumulated all of the mass, wealth, and they wanted to park them. The ill-gotten money was eventually parked in manner like this.
Right, absolutely. Let me go back to Pranesh once again. Pranesh, of course, the question remains as to whether or not this particular modus operandi used for the acquisition of this East Kolkata property extended to some of the other properties under the radar of the investigative agencies as well.
These are some of the basic questions which will have to be probed, and agencies are after that. I showed you the first 2 pages. It had the amount 23 lakh 38,000, but look what Tamal is telling us, and it's part of the document. 2 checks go out, one from the State Bank of India, the other from Axis Bank, and look at the amount. 2 lakh rupees and 5.38 lakh rupees. 2 checks, 2 installments, but if you do the total, it does not come to 23 lakh 38,000. It only comes to 7.38 lakh. So the point that Tamal has been underlining, that not only was the property undervalued, there's also an element of black money involved. Because if this is the payment, if 7.38 lakh of the 23.38 lakh is paid in white, how was the other amount paid?
Absolutely, Pranesh. Pertinent questions there. And could this have been pulled off by just two individuals currently under scrutiny, or is there a wider nexus? That's a question that needs to be asked. I thank both Pranesh as well as Tamal for having brought us that report. We'll, of course, keep our focus on this story because Times Now traveled to Belgaria and spoke to the family of Arpita Mukherjee. Remember, this is the same area from where tons of cash was recovered. But when Times Now spoke to Arpita's mother, she said that these properties were not hers. She even confirmed meeting Partha Chatterjee back in 2019. Let's listen in.
কার টাকা কার সে প্রমাণ হয়ে যাবে সেটার সঙ্গে আমারও কি আছে অর্পিতারই কি আছে অর্পিতা যে টাকা পয়সার ব্যাপারে তো বলেছে এবার জায়গা টাকার ব্যাপারে গুলো হবে ফ্ল্যাট হোক জমি হোক জায়গা হোক সে তো খবরে তো শুনছি এগুলোর একটা হবে কার সঠিক জিনিস কার বেঠিক জিনিস কার বেআইনি জিনিস কার নামে বেনামে কি হয়ে আছে না হয়েছে পার্থবাবু একবার আমাদের বাড়ি এসেছিলেন এখানে মানে কি ওই মুখটাতে এসেছেন বললেন মানে ওই ভৈরব গাঙ্গুলি কলেজেতে একটা অনুষ্ঠান হয়েছিল অনুষ্ঠান হয়েছিল একটা পয়সা এর মধ্যে তো কিছু নেই এর মধ্যে তো একটা পয়সাও নেই
We at this point are at Arpita Mukherjee's childhood house, her ancestral property where her 80-plus-year-old mother lives at this point. If I can ask my video journalist to pan and show you, this is the entry to the house. This, of course, leads towards the insides of the house. A door here which is locked. If we can move further in and show you the house here, of course you can see a very, very old construction, a very old structure here at this point where we are at. In fact, if I can ask my video journalist to come throughout and show you, this is the veranda area of this house, very old construction as you can see. A couple of washrooms on that side. In fact, there's one washroom here and another one open washroom here at this juncture. There's only one person who stays here at this point. This is a house where Arpita Mukherjee visits once every fortnight, as we have been given to believe. Also, that is where Arpita Mukherjee's mother is at. We spoke to her a little while ago. There's that one room upstairs where she stays. And if I can again ask my video journalist to show you here, this is another enclosed space, another room of Arpita Mukherjee's ancestral property. The mother says no money has gone towards this house and she doesn't even know whether or not that money actually was hers, whether those properties that she has been saying are in her name. But as far as this place is concerned, you can see it is fairly unkempt. It continues to be the way it is after many, many years. But Partha Chatterjee did visit this place once and people around know of it. They have all confirmed to Times Now. Partha Chatterjee did come here once, and what the purpose, the equation between Arpita and Partha Chatterjee is something that is unknown to most people around this area. They say we do not know how they